Hi guys, welcome to Mastering Organic Chemistry with Ankita. Today we are going to be learning about the IUPAC naming of carboxylic acids. So let's get started and let's get on with the video. So the functional group that we are going to learn about today is carboxylic acids. So guys, what is the structure of a carboxylic acid? So basically it will consist of C double bond O OH. COOH is the structure for any carboxylic acid. So now let's see what do we have to name the carboxylic acid when it is used as a functional group. So what is the secondary suffix that we are using? That is oic acid, OIC, oic acid, for when the carboxylic acid behaves as a functional group. So basically the suffix means that you will add it to the name after the hydrocarbon, the name of the hydrocarbon, and prefix here means that you will add this carboxy to the name before the name of the hydrocarbon. Prefix is before and suffix is after. So basically before the name of the hydrocarbon, what you're going to do is that you're going to add carboxy to the name if there is a carboxylic acid and it is not the functional group but only a substituent. In such a case, you will add carboxy before the name of the hydrocarbon. And in a case where carboxylic acid is the functional group, then you'll be adding oic acid after the name of the hydrocarbon. So basically, the special suffix also is there for carboxylic acid, guys. That is simply carboxylic acid. So we are going to see that when do we use this special suffix in what cases in a little while. Before that, let's just come to this question and try to name this compound. What we can see, guys, is that there is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon principal carbon chain. Also note, guys, that the carbon of the functional group has been included in the principal carbon chain as we have learnt in the rules of naming in the previous lectures. So basically this is our 5 carbon principal carbon chain. Also there's a nitro group attached and our carboxylic acid is our functional group. So we're going to start our numbering from the carbon of the functional group, that is carbon of carboxylic acid. This gets number 1 locant, so the nitro group gets number 3 locant. So therefore the name of this compound, guys, will come out to be 3-nitro-pentanoic acid. Here we are using oic acid because it's the primary suffix. The secondary suffix, guys, which we are having to use because oic acid is used when the carboxylic acid is the functional group. So basically the name comes out to be 3-nitro-pentanoic acid. So let's see the other question, guys. Here we have another compound in which we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbon chain, to which we can see that there are 2 double bonds and there's a nitro group, and the carboxylic acid is of course the main functional group. So now we'll give this our number 1 locant because it's the carbon of the functional group. So our carboxylic acid gets number 1 locant, our double bonds get number 2 and number 4 as the locant, and the nitro group gets number 3 locant like in the previous question. So basically, how are we going to name this compound, guys? It's going to be 3-nitro-penta 2,4 diene 1 oic acid. That's how we're going to name this compound, guys. 3-nitro, for the nitro group is at the 3rd carbon from the carbon of the carboxylic acid. Then penta, pent is the word root for the 5 carbon chain. Then 2,4 diene. At the 2nd and the 4th carbon, we're getting the diene or the unsaturation. Therefore 2 unsaturated double bonds are there, therefore we're calling it diene. Then the E of the diene has been dropped, guys. Just note that the E of the diene has been dropped and has been replaced by the oic acid. Okay, guys, and 1 is given to the carbon of the carboxylic acid, therefore 1 oic acid. 3-nitro-penta 2,4 diene 1 oic acid is the name of this compound. So now let's look at this very common acid that we come across, that is oxalic acid. It is a type of carboxylic acid only, guys, in which there are 2 carboxylic acids attached to each other. So it's H2C2O4, that is what is the formula of this acid, and we call it ethane dioic acid in the IUPAC naming. Ethane because the word root will be eth, it consists of 2 carbon atoms. Also these 2 carbon atoms will also be the chain, the principal chain that is over here, it is the principal carbon chain is of the 2 carbon atoms, and it's called dioic acid because 2 functional groups are there. 2 times the carboxylic acid group is appearing. Therefore, di is used before oic acid, that is used as the secondary suffix for the functional group, that is our carboxylic acid. Therefore, oxalic acid, which has a formula H2C2O4, has an IUPAC name of ethane dioic acid, and this is its structure, guys. You just try to remember this structure, it's pretty easy, and it might come in handy to you in other topics as well. So guys, now let's see when we use the special suffix. When do we actually require that special suffix of carboxylic acid? So when 3 or more than 3 functional groups that are identical functional groups, they are bonded to a single common chain, then the common chain is taken as the principal carbon chain, and we use the special suffix, that is carboxylic acid. For that, what is the necessary condition, guys? That 3 or more than 3 functional groups that are identical should be bonded to a single carbon chain, and the common chain should be the principal carbon chain, and then we use the special suffix, that is carboxylic acid. An example for this we have over here. So there are 3 functional groups that are identical, that is the carboxylic acid functional group that is attached to the same carbon chain, which is also our principal carbon chain. So how will we name this compound, guys? We'll name it as 1, 2, 3 propane tricarboxylic acid because it's appearing thrice, so we'll use tri. So basically 1, 2, 3 propane tricarboxylic acid is the name of such a compound in which the special suffix is being used. The special suffix is carboxylic acid. The same happens for cyclocompounds, guys. Like here we have a cyclocompound, that is cyclohexane, to which a carboxylic acid is attached. So then here also we'll use our special suffix, that is cyclohexane carboxylic acid will be the name of this compound. Cyclohexane carboxylic acid. That's how we name this compound, guys. Now let's look at some questions from the previous lecture of alcohols that I had asked you to try by yourselves before we discuss it once together, guys. So what we see in this compound, guys, is that we have a 5 carbon chain to which an OH group is attached, and we have a 6 carbon chain to which 2 double bonds are there and they are attached by these 2 carbons. So basically, which one are we going to use as our principal carbon chain, guys? It's going to be the one which consists of the functional group and not the double bonds. Since we know that the functional group always gets greater priority over the double or triple bonds. Okay, guys? So therefore, this 5 carbon ring will be our principal carbon chain, and this will be our substituent. This cyclohexadiene sort of structure will be our substituent. So basically, the carbon consisting of the functional group, we'll give it number 1 locant. Therefore, let's start our numbering. So we're getting a lower locant if we start our numbering in this way, guys, because our substituent gets locant 3 if we start our numbering in the clockwise direction from the carbon consisting of the functional group. But if we start our numbering from the anti-clockwise direction, then the substituent is getting locant 4, whereas in the clockwise direction it's getting locant 3. So we're going to go with that numbering which is giving a lower locant to our substituent, and that will be numbering in the clockwise direction. So our OH group here gets locant 1, of course, that is for sure. Then our substituent gets locant 3. And now what about the naming of the substituent? So this is our free valent carbon, this will get locant 1 in the naming of the substituent. Now what about the numbering of these double bonds that we have on the substituent? They are going to get, what locants are they going to get? They are going to get locants as 2, and they are also going to get locant as 5. 2, then 3, 4, 5. So 2 and 5 are the locants for the double bonds. Because this is our free valent carbon, so we'll take it as number 1 locant for the numbering of the side chain. So the name of this compound, guys, how will we name this compound? The substituent is present at the 3rd carbon, and the substituent is cyclohexa 2,5 dienyl. That's our substituent. Okay, guys, and this principal chain is cyclopentanol. That's the principal carbon chain. And the substituent is attached at the 3rd carbon, so it's going to be 3. Then open the bracket for the name of the substituent. Cyclohexa 2,5 dienyl. Then close the bracket.
Then cyclopentanol. That's how we're going to name this compound, guys. 3. Cyclohexa 2,5 dienyl cyclopentanol. That's the name of this compound. The chain containing the functional group will be the principal chain. This is what we learned from this very question, guys. Now let's look at the next question we have here. What we have here is that we have a cyclohexadiene-like structure, and we also have a methyl group to which there is an OH group attached. So now you might think that this is only one carbon atom to which the OH group is attached, and this here has 6 carbon atoms. So we should take this 6 carbon atom ring as our principal carbon chain. But that is not so, guys. The chain containing the functional group will only be the principal carbon chain, irrespective of the longest chain rule. That's what we learned from this example, guys. That even if this only consists of one carbon atom, even then we will take this as our principal chain and not this. So the name of this compound, guys, what will it come out to be? We know now that this is our substituent and this is our free valent carbon. This gets number 1 locant in the naming of the substituent. So then our double bonds get number 2 and number 4 as the locants. So basically it's going to be 2,4 dienyl. So it is cyclohexa 2,4 dienyl. That's the substituent part. And then we have methanol. Methanol, meth is the word root for the one carbon, principal carbon chain, and all is used for our alcohol group, which is here the functional group. So basically we'll do this again. We have cyclohexa 2,4 dienyl methanol. That's the name of this compound. Cyclohexa 2,4 dienyl methanol.
So guys, I hope with the help of this video, you will be able to name all carboxylic acids with complete ease and accuracy. And I'll be coming up with more lectures shortly. Until then, keep practicing. Happy learning. Bye-bye.